Yeah.
Here we go. I got it fixed. There we go. Fuck. Oh my god, that was gonna piss me off because I just switched my screen and it fixed everything. Oh my god, this is such a train wreck to start things off. I should have waited to hit record button. What's going on, guys? Episode 111, probably, of the Trainwreck Podcast. Um, I closed all last week, so that's why we didn't get to do the divisional round predictions. But hey, I would have been wrong anyway. Um, the championship games are
Yeah.
set. We'll recap them. We'll talk about some more of the head coaching openings. There's only been two spots that have been filled. One of them I'm a fan of. The other one I'm don't really think is that good of a move. So we'll break down that. Might talk a little NBA because the Thunder are injured as shit. Probably because they had to play an extra 30 games last season. You know, 2 game 7s and all that. So yeah, we'll just talk about whatever comes to our mind. Right now, what's on my mind is I wish I would have grabbed another plate of spaghetti before we started recording.
I just had soup. That's it.
What the fuck are you, on a diet or something, you damn liberal? You a fucking vegan now?
No, it's cold. It's now it's a steak potato soup.
Okay. Steak and potato? Where'd you get
Yeah,
that
those little
from?
Campbell cans.
Let's talk about these divisional games. So, we didn't get a chance to recap a wild card weekend. Pretty much all the games that happened wild card weekend we kind of expected. Because, like, to me, I didn't think the Bears beating the Packers was that much of an upset. I wanted the Eagles to lose, so the 49ers winning wasn't that much of an upset. The Rams-Panthers game was way more competitive than I thought it had any right to be. And then the other games kind of just went as I expected. I expected Pittsburgh to get the shit kicked out of them. I expected New England to beat the shit out of the Chargers. And I expected Jacksonville to lose to Buffalo. I just didn't think it would be that close of a game.
Yeah, kudos to Jacksonville and the Panthers. They had a competitive game, and there's something to look forward to that.
So that's why I'm not shocked that Buffalo lost to Denver in the divisional round, because that game with Jacksonville was way too fucking competitive. So Buffalo, they lose to Denver, and then they fire Sugar Sean McDermott, who's been their head coach for what, 8 or 9 years, I think. I mean,
9 years.
he was a coach for them for a long time. Brought them to their first playoff appearance since the '90s. Second most wins all time for a Buffalo Bills head coach, only 51. So he's still got a bright future ahead of him. And he's going to land on his feet somewhere. Drew, if I was you guys, if I was the Raiders, I'd hire Sean McDermott.
I wouldn't mind. I think he's a good head coach. I
Yeah, I
think
think
the
he's a
GM
really
was the problem.
yeah, because I mean the roster construction was dog shit. Um, but I mean it is kind of a track record with Sean McDermott, where they couldn't get over the hump, to win a Super Bowl or even get
Yeah.
to a Super Bowl.
Still, I feel like that's a really dumb move of them getting rid of Sean McDermott. I feel like they should have got the GM
Mm-hmm.
because Keon Coleman is like the prime example of why that fucking offense is trash. They don't have a true number one receiver. He's supposed to be the answer. He was clearly not the answer.
Yeah, I read something that he's drafted like 2 Pro Bowlers since they drafted Josh Allen, not counting Josh Allen, of course.
Yeah.
And so it's like, yeah, I do think him. I don't think he's a good general manager. So we'll see. I don't know. Do you think this is it for Buffalo? Do you think they're done being a contender now?
Yes.
I feel like
I
as long
think
as
they
they have,
just pretty much killed it.
I feel like as long as they have Josh Allen and James Cook, their offense is going to be good. Plus Dalton Kincaid.
They're
But
going to be the new San Diego Chargers.
it's a
They'll
good
always have that
comparison.
good quarterback, but they'll never pass the wild card at least.
You mean the Cowboys?
Well, back in the day, Phil Rivers Chargers, but yeah, true.
I was just giving you shit there. Yeah, the Bills, it sucks because I love Josh Allen. I think he's the most exciting quarterback to watch in the NFL, but I do feel like their window is closed now. The Chiefs aren't going to be as dog shit as they were this year. I don't think they'll be back next year, but they'll be back in a couple years. And just a sidetrack real quick. Thank fucking God Matt Nagy is gone from the Chiefs and they rehired Eric Bieniemy as the offensive coordinator because Eric Bieniemy I think is way better than Matt Nagy at calling, well, not calling plays because Andy Reid pretty much calls the plays, but I feel like Bieniemy knows how to work with Mahomes better than Nagy does. Nagy's a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
So I am glad that Eric Bieniemy is back with the Chiefs, and we'll probably be back to seeing a more exciting Patrick Mahomes.
You think
Come on,
Andy
Drew.
Reid retires this offseason?
He would have retired already if he was gonna. I mean, yeah, their season's been over for what, a month now.
Yeah.
But I did see something.
But as a Raiders fan, it's terrifying. Very, very terrifying.
Them getting Eric Bieniemy.
Yes. Because he fucking drops our nuts on us when he was with the Chiefs.
Yeah, I just feel like the AFC East, it's just going to go back to them all being the Patriots bitch. Because the Patriots are fucking here to stay. They got a great head coach now. They got a great quarterback. The only thing that he's missing is some great receivers. And once they get some great receivers, they're going to be unstoppable because their defense is really good. The running game's not bad. Their offensive line's really good. It's just their leading receiver is a old man with Stephon Diggs and Kayshon Boutte.
Digging my booty.
God, Brandon Perna had something fucking funny as fuck that he said. Let me see if I can find the tweet about Boutte. But yeah, I feel like because the hire that the Dolphins made, so I was incorrect when I spoke earlier. I said there was 2 spots filled. There's actually 3. The Miami Dolphins. This is the newest one. This just happened a few years. I'm a little drunk. A few hours ago, the Miami Dolphins hired Packers defensive coordinator Jeff Heffley as head coach. A fucking Packers defense that fucking sucks. Even with all the fucking pieces around them, their defense still it was better than last year, but it wasn't like it wasn't Houston, it wasn't Denver, it wasn't even New England, you know?
Was it ever like a top 10 defense?
Maybe they had a fucking easy ass schedule, so probably. Here, let me look it up real quick. But I think this hire by the Dolphins is fucking stupid. I don't think he'll be a good head coach. I mean, the defensive head coaches just aren't that fucking good, honestly, you know? Other than Bill Belichick, we've went over this plenty of times. There hasn't been a successful defensive head coach in the NFL, you know, other than Bill Belichick for the last 30 years. The Packers finished 12th in yards allowed, 4th in points allowed, which is kind of a skewed stat. Yeah, so they were top half, but they weren't top 5, you know?
Middle of the pack.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really, really dumb signing.
But when you look at their schedule, where they faced the Commanders, whose offense was terrible, they faced the Browns, whose offense was terrible. They faced the Bengals without Joe Burrow. They faced the Cardinals. Faced the Steelers, the Panthers. They gave up 10 points to the Eagles. So the points allowed stat is very, very skewed.
Yeah, I don't see Miami going to be right above 500 anytime soon.
Yeah, and the Jets are going to be the Jets. So, like I said, I'm looking at this, and I think we're in for another 20 years of New England just winning the division every year.
You think Mike Vrabel wins Coach of the Year?
No, they don't give head. No, mainly just because he's won it before. I don't know who they end up giving Coach of the Year to. My personal vote would be Brian Schottenheimer. I don't know. Ben Johnson, I think, would be a good one. See, the
Yeah,
odd Vrabel is the favorite, so maybe he wins it. But I don't know.
probably
I think
it's either
I,
Vrabel, Johnson, or Liam Cohen.
that's what I was gonna say. Either Ben Johnson or Liam Cohen. Those are who I'd pick, or Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good
Just
one.
just because the 49ers were fucking injured to shit, and they still were as successful as they were. And then, so let's go ahead and talk about these other divisional games that happened. This one's gonna be quick. Us talking about New England. CJ Stroud fucking sucks. I liked CJ Stroud his rookie year, and then ever since he did that little bro thing with Caleb Williams, and I'm not a Caleb Williams fan either. So CJ Stroud against the New England Patriots, 20 of 47, so well under 50% completion percentage, one touchdown, four interceptions. In a game before that where he had four turnovers as well. God damn, you know how many times my argument that Dak Prescott is a top quarterback gets proven, and then people are like, oh, he sucks in the playoffs, and then CJ Stroud and Justin Herbert exists. Dak Prescott's never had a game that bad in the playoffs as Justin Herbert and CJ Stroud have had. So all you Dak haters can suck my fucking dick.
Yeah, he's the better Texas quarterback now.
Yeah. And that includes the Longhorns too, because he's better than CJ Stroud or than Arch Manning. And then I don't even know who the fuck the Texas Tech quarterback is.
Who fucking knows? Some third or fourth rounder.
So, do you think a QB controversy is brewing in Houston?
Um,
They haven't paid CJ Stroud yet. Excuse me. This offseason is when he would be eligible for an extension.
I think next year is the make or break year. But
Which
I
they'll
feel like they should get a better offensive coordinator.
I think CJ Stroud fucking sucks, and they should get a new quarterback. I am all in on General Mills just because I feel like that one game that, or how many games was it that CJ Stroud missed? Davis
Or
Mills came in. Yeah, Davis Mills came in, and the Texans played way better. Like, let's
yeah,
look at
they had
Davis.
they were running like R straight going when he was playing.
Yeah, yeah, because I had Woody Marks on my fantasy team. Yeah, Davis Mills, 915 yards, 5 touchdowns, 1 interception.
That's insane.
And look at the teams he faced: Denver, Jacksonville, Buffalo, three playoff teams, and then the Titans and the Colts. Which, yeah,
Still, three
that's not.
playoff teams.
Yeah, and I mean they lost by 3 points to Denver. That's impressive. They lost by 8 points, or no, they beat Jacksonville by 8 points, and they beat Buffalo. So yeah, Davis Mills, I think, should be the Texans quarterback now. I say they go
Yeah, if
into
I was
camp.
Stroud, I'll be nervous about my spot.
Yeah, I say they go into camp next year with a QB battle.
You got a little too comfortable, and now you might lose the job.
I love the meme I saw where it said CJ Stroud was possessed by the spirit of Geno Smith. He did look like Geno Smith out there.
Dude, honestly, and that's coming
He
from a
was
Raiders fan.
yeah.
I watch those fucking Raiders games, and my God,
Mm-hmm. The Seattle Seahawks beat the living shit out of San Francisco. I honestly didn't give a shit who won this game. I figured the Seahawks were going to win, but it wouldn't surprise me just because the 49ers are inevitable.
oh, I gave a shit. I'm a 49ers hater.
See, I'm going to a Super Bowl party with a 49ers fan, so I was like, if the 49ers make it to the Super Bowl, at least I'll have like a rooting interest, you know? But yeah, I think injuries just got the best of the 49ers, you know? The Eagles really were just a shitty team. Some would say the worst team in the playoffs, and that some would be me. Um, yeah, the Seahawks, I did, I don't want to say it, but I think they might go to the Super Bowl. We'll get into that in a second. But there's not really much to recap from that game because it was an ass kicking from the start.
Yeah.
And then the Bears Rams. This game was fucking awesome. Caleb Williams, 3 interceptions. But the thing is, he kept the Bears in that game. I mean, that touchdown to Loveland, that was freaking insane. And the Bears did a good job of protecting him. He didn't get sacked once, which is kind of what their mission was in the offseason, was to protect him. It's just the better team with more experience won, really. I mean, this is the biggest spotlight Chicago has had in like 15 years.
Yeah, if I was a Bears fan, I'll be excited.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the Lions, we'll see how they are. I don't think the Vikings are really going to do anything as long as 9 is there.
Yay.
And and then the Packers, I'm praying on their downfall. So, you know what? Bear down, baby. I think there's a good chance the Bears might be in the NFC Championship next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe it too. Because our only will get better.
So, also, we're not going to get into the whole catch thing with Brandon Cooks because it's honestly old news, especially since right after it, the Bills did 2 stupid ass penalties, pass interference penalties that basically won Denver the game. All I'm going to say is there's really no use in bitching about the refs because there's nothing they're going to do to fix it.
Yeah.
So let's get on to these championship games. You got the Broncos and Patriots, the 1 and 2 seeds, facing each other. It's in Denver, but New England is favored by 5.5, mainly because Bo Nix is hurt. And Jared Stidham gets a chance at a revenge game against the team that drafted him. And so I'm looking at this. Thank you. And I'm looking at this game, and I'm like, I don't get why people are counting the Broncos out because that defense is still incredible. And to me, there's just no offensive weapon other than Drake May that I'm scared of on the Patriots.
Man, see, it's going to be a really boring game.
Yeah, it is going to be boring as fuck. It's going to be like 17-14.
Or like
I will not be watching.
Yeah, no, definitely not. I'll be watching the Rams and Seahawks game.
Yeah, so let's get into this. I'm so freaking thrilled that this is the championship game because that Thursday night game they had a couple weeks ago was probably the best game all regular season. So this game's gonna be fucking awesome. I can't wait for this. I got a 2-year-old's birthday party to go to on Sunday. No, I don't care if they're still haven't lit the candles. I'm dipping. Yeah, so let's go to these 2 predictions. Who do you think's winning the AFC?
Patriots.
I think the Broncos are going to win just because their defense, and I think Stidham doesn't suck. Stidham's actually a pretty good backup.
Yeah, when he was the Raiders, he was all right with us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've seen Stidham play a few times. He's not bad. And when he was on the Patriots, that's when the Patriots fucking sucked. So it's like but I still think the Broncos are going to win just because their defense is just going to suffocate the Patriots.
The only reason I say the Patriots because they have less injuries than the Broncos.
And then I think the Seahawks are going to win the NFC. This one is the one I don't have any confidence in. It's honestly a toss-up. But I think we're going to get a rematch of Super Bowl 48 The Broncos and Seahawks.
I think it's going to be the Rams.
Patriots, Rams. I mean, that'd be the most entertaining matchup, but one of the teams with the great defense is going to prevail. It just depends if it's going to be the Seahawks or Broncos. But I love the stat I saw earlier where it's like 15 straight years of either the Patriots or the Chiefs being in the AFC Championship. And like I said, you can kill the man, but you can't kill the idea. So, yeah, and then we'll have the Super Bowl after that. And then this podcast is really going to become infrequent because we'll have no games to talk about.
It'll be just mainly Thunder shit.
Yeah, which I really don't give a shit about basketball season until the playoffs. Like my freaking buddy Weston, he was crashing out the other night because they lost to the Heat, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, who gives a fuck? It's one of 82 games. We just won the championship last year. And it's like, and we're running away with the number 1 seed in the Western Conference. Like, I don't give a fuck if they lose to the fucking Heat. We're still 5.5 games up on the number 1 seed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I know the Heat aren't that good of a team, but the Thunder are also injured as shit. Jalen Williams just got hurt again. Alex Caruso got hurt today. I'm like, this is kind of what's expected when you have 2 7-game series that you played last year in the playoffs, you know?
Yeah, there's a lot of recovery. Right now, the Thunder just need to focus on recovery and, start playing better defense.
Their defense isn't the problem. They're the best defensive team in the NBA. Their problem is they can't shoot fucking threes.
Yeah.
I got a delicious s'more right here that I'm going to chow down on real quick before I say another word.
So get back to the coach hirings. The Atlanta Falcons hired Kevin Stefanski, 2-time Coach of the Year finalist.
Mm-hmm.
And
2-time winner.
Yeah, 2-time winner. That's what I meant. Now with this, I think it's a clear upgrade. He's a better upgrade than whatever the fuck his name is. I already forgot his name.
Raheem Morris.
Yeah, Raheem Morris. And I'm not going to say they'll definitely win the division next year, in my opinion. But they're not going to get to the championship. But it's a clear-cut upgrade.
Yeah, for them from Raheem Morris, but for Kevin Stefanski, I don't think it's that much of an upgrade from Cleveland. Just because it's another team where you have a big-ass question mark at quarterback. And it honestly is kind of similar to Cleveland a couple of years ago where you have a big-ass question mark at quarterback, and then you have arguably the best running back in the league, you know?
Like, best running back in the league, top 10 receiver, when healthy, up-and-coming defense.
Yeah. Yeah, like, I don't know. I mean, I'm glad Kevin Stefanski is employed because I think he's a great head coach. But I bet you he wish he would have waited like 2 more days when the Buffalo job opened up.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so let me go back to this. I think I know who the next head coach of the Buffalo Bills is going to be.
What do you think?
Brian Daboll.
You think so?
Yep. I think that whole move of that dude getting promoted to president is him bringing in Brian Daboll, who was the offensive coordinator for the Bills before he got the head coach job with the Giants.
I feel like they're going to promote Joe Brady. And bring in Brian Daboll.
Why not? Nah. I don't know. I think they would bring in the guy that already has head coaching experience.
We shall see.
Yeah, but I think it's going to be Brian Daboll.
And the Giants got a brand new coach in the building. And John Harbaugh.
I I don't know how I feel about it, honestly. I really just don't think there's any fixing the Giants. I really just don't think you can fix them. John Harbaugh is a good coach, but he hasn't been, that good the last couple of years. So, like, I'm looking at him going to the Giants. I'm like, I mean, it's nice, I guess, because they have a lot of young pieces.
But
But
they're not a win now team.
yeah, and they were already undisciplined to begin with, and then John Harbaugh isn't really known for having a disciplined team either.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just looking. I'm like, I mean, on paper, it's a good move for the Giants because it's a Super Bowl winning coach, and at least they finally hired somebody that actually has head coaching experience instead of the guys they've been getting. Which I mean, I guess they did hire Pat Shermer a couple of years ago, but he was a fucking dog shit head coach when he was a head coach the first time around with the Broncos, I think it was.
Was it Broncos? Or
I
was
think
it
so.
Jaguars?
Uh, I don't know. How do you spell? Here, I'm about to look it up. But yeah, I just don't think the Giants are going to do much better, especially when you got the division that they're in. I mean, the Eagles are going to be the Eagles. Um, Dallas, I think, is going to be better next year. Washington's going to be better. It's like the thing I always say: somebody's got to finish at the bottom, and it's probably going to be the Giants. Pat
Who
Shermer
knows? They
was,
might beat the Eagles this time.
yeah, they might. I would love that actually, just because it was the Browns. That's who Pat Shermer was the head coach of,
The Browns? Oh, yeah, makes sense.
2011. So yeah, like I said, somebody's got to finish at the bottom. Of course, I say that and watch it be fucking Dallas.
No, I feel like Dallas can win second place at least.
Yeah,
I think that bottom's got to fight between
Dallas and Philly. Oh, the bottom. Uh, yeah,
probably
Washington.
Philly, probably Washington or Philly.
Hopefully Philly, because Philly fans deserve to suffer, but we'll see.
I mean, as a Raiders fan, I'm glad we didn't get Harbaugh because we need somebody young and not an experienced head coach again.
Mm-hmm.
I want somebody new and young who does not want to run the organization. Let the GM do his job.
Speaking of head coaching openings, it took us way too long to talk about this, and I'm a little ashamed of myself now that it took us this long. Mike Tomlin stepped down as the Steelers head coach. And from what I'm reading, they're saying he might just retire.
Why not?
Which, yeah, I mean, which wouldn't surprise me. I mean, the dude's he's won a Super Bowl. He's been to two. He was the head coach there for 19 years, something like that. So he's obviously got a fuckload of money. Only thing that makes me think he might not retire is because he's 53. He'll be 54 in 2 months, so he's still really young.
I don't think he's going to leave Pittsburgh. He might just leave.
He did leave
Did he?
Pittsburgh.
I
Yeah,
think
he
he just stepped down
resigned.
and stay in the organization.
No, I think not that I read. I just read he resigned. They still have him under contract because they didn't fire him.
Oh, okay. That's what. Okay, that's what I
Yeah,
said.
yeah. Since he resigned, they still have him under contract, which
Okay,
means
gotcha.
that somebody would have to trade them compensation in order to get him, which is another reason why I think he might just end up retiring.
Okay, that makes more sense.
But yeah, like I don't know. I was shocked when it happened. I mean, Pittsburgh fans have been calling for it for a while. I don't know if anybody that listens to this podcast is a fan of Urinating Tree. If you like us, you'll like him because he's funny as fuck. But he's a Steelers fan, and he's been calling for Tomlin to get fired for at least 5 years. And then you kind of saw the thing with with Steelers fans chanting "Fire Tomlin" earlier this season when they were losing to I don't know who. It was a team that they should have lost to.
Yeah.
But now I'm looking at this and I'm like, whoever replaces Tomlin is not going to do as good of a job as Mike Tomlin. So the Steelers, the only bright spot for them is the North is kind of shitty because the Bengals didn't fire Zach Taylor, so they're just going to continue to be dog shit. The Ravens, are now going to have a new head coach, so they're a big question mark, and the Browns are the Browns. That's the only thing the Steelers got going for them. But I feel like, maybe if they had an actual succession plan for Tomlin, which clearly they don't. It's not like how the Patriots were with when Belichick stepped down, they immediately hired Mayo. Yeah. So I don't know. This is interesting, and I don't know. I read that Mike McCarthy ended up interviewing with the Steelers, and I think that might be the best hire for them just because he's somebody with head coaching experience.
It'd be Mike McCarthy now Sean McDermott.
Yeah, he'd be a good one.
That'd be kind of terrifying, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
The only question is, Aaron Rodgers is he going to retire this offseason, or he's like, what, one more year?
Oh, yeah, that reminds me. I forgot to do something at the beginning of the show. That was for Aaron Rodgers and the Eagles. I hope to God that fucking bitch retires. God, I fucking hate him. I can't wait to. Oh God, whenever he gives his retirement speech, I'm gonna masturbate so fucking hard to that. I can't fucking wait to read about that fucking bitch retiring and then fucking hanging himself in a closet that he refuses to come out of. But yeah, I don't know. The Steelers, I feel like Steeler fans are gonna regret the way they treated Tomlin on the way out, because I think they're just gonna realize like, oh fuck, we had it good, and we were ungrateful little pussies.
Like usual.
Yeah. And then the other head coaching spots that are still open, you got the Cardinals, which I think you could argue is the worst spot open right now. And I haven't even read who the freaking Cardinals have interviewed. Like, they just seem so under the radar right now. Like, whoever ends up being their head coach is probably going to be fired in 2 years. Who have the Raiders interviewed?
So we interviewed Kubiak from Seahawks twice, I believe.
That's nice.
Kubiak from San Francisco once. There's 2 Kubiaks.
Oh.
Jesse Minter from the Chargers twice.
Yeah, I saw that one.
We've interviewed Vance Joseph, but I feel like we just did that for that rule.
The Rooney Rule.
Yeah. Let's see. Who else? Top of my head.
I read that Patrick Graham, he interviewed for the Dolphins head coaching spot before they went with the dude from the Packers. So you think he's pretty much good as gone?
No, yeah, he's pretty much done. I feel like he's going to the Commanders. All says done for the DC spot. That's all the notable coaches that's on my head.
Then the other head coaching spots, you got the Titans, which to me are basically just like the Cardinals, just a little better. You got the Browns, which I'm waiting for them to hire Deion Sanders.
That'd be hilarious.
It wouldn't shock me. It'd be the most Browns thing ever. And then, yeah, you got the Bills and the Ravens, which it wouldn't surprise me if McDermott ended up with the Ravens.
with the Ravens, I feel like it's either Brian Flores. Oh, and by the way, Raiders did interview Brian Flores.
But yeah, I saw he got a few head coaching spots or
Um,
interview.
the Ravens, I think it's either Brian Flores now Sean McDermott.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they got Flores, but thing with Flores, he's already lost that QB battle once with Tua. I feel like he'll lose it with Lamar Jackson because Lamar Jackson has that organization by the fucking nuts.
Cody, you might agree with me. I feel like Lamar Jackson was the downfall of the Ravens.
I've been saying it. That dude's a fucking bitch, dude. That dude is a fucking. That dude is a cancer on that fucking
That
team.
owner might act as tough as hell. He's like, Lamar Jackson has no power. It's like it feels like he has some power now.
He has power. Yeah, he's got that organization by the fucking balls.
Yeah,
Other,
that fucking owner ain't fooling nobody.
other than that, there really isn't that much to talk about in the NFL. I mean, yeah, you got the 2 conference games. There really just wasn't that many moves in the head coaching space. I'm honestly surprised the Falcons immediately went with Stefanski just because there is so many head coaching spots or so many candidates out there. Like I said, Mike Tomlin, Mike McCarthy, now Sean McDermott. I mean, Kevin Stefanski was one of the better ones just because he has that experience. Yeah, with him going to the Falcons, like I said, I think it's just going to be how they were in Cleveland as well, just without the curse
To
of
be
being the
fair,
Browns.
he did pretty well with a roller coaster of QBs.
Yeah.
Can't really blame him.
So we're recording this while the national championship is going on. I haven't even looked at the score, but I'll go ahead and say congrats to Indiana Hoosiers on winning the national championship. This is going to sound really fucking stupid if Miami ends up winning. But I had a feeling Indiana was going to win. So
Yeah, they're up 3-0 right now. Second quarter.
There we go. I was right. I'm a genius. So I want to talk about maybe the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard. Derek Carr, who used to play for the Raiders, said the team should not draft Fernando Mendoza with the number 1 overall pick because he will not adapt to the NFL level quickly, which some people would question if Derek Carr ever did that. Instead, he said the Raiders should spend another season with Geno Smith. Now, I know Derek Carr probably has...
fucking not.
I know he probably has CTE over those last couple of years in New Orleans. But even then, that's still the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard of. Man, he must fucking hate y'all for the way he left town.
That was Josh McDaniels doing. Let me clarify that.
But dude, this kind of made me hate Derek Carr. Because that's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard.
Same.
Yeah.
And you can argue I'm one of his biggest supporters. No, I'm not.
Yeah. I mean, what the fuck? Like, that just proves you don't have to play football to know football. Like, you see all these fucking people that, like, especially when it comes to Mina Kimes on ESPN, who I would say knows a lot about football. People always go, she never fucking played because she's a woman. And it's like, then you hear a fucking NFL quarterback say something that fucking stupid. And it's like, I don't give a fuck, dude. You don't have to play football to know football.
See, here's the thing. This offseason, get at least two of the best offensive linemen we could get in the offseason.
Mm-hmm.
If possible, find a wide receiver 1, if it's available. If not, a solid number 2.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the Sears free agency class of wide receiver is kind of doo-doo. And get some DB help. And we still got some money left. Try and find a linebacker. But number 1 is lineman. Number 2 is wide receiver. Number 3 is DBs.
Yeah. Whenever I sent that, I was like, I immediately put in the group chat. I'm like, I got to see Zach and Drew's reaction to this.
It's like, how do you expect him to develop in the NFL if he doesn't fucking get the chance?
Yeah.
That's how you learn.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I say I want Kubiak from the Seahawks because not only like Sam Darnold from Vikings to Seahawks,
Mhm.
Sam Darnold is still playing very well. He thinks kind of elevated a little bit more because of Kubiak.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why that's my clear cut number one coach I want.
Oh, and then we talked about this on the last episode, and my wish might be granted. Jonathan Gannon interviewed with the Cowboys this week. I'm really, really hoping they hire him.
Yeah, he's a solid D coordinator.
And then that's the other thing with the Raiders, like, don't hire another dumbass offensive coordinator like Chip Kelly. Well, I mean, I guess if they end up getting Kubiak, he'll end up calling the plays.
We'll see. You probably will.
Mhm.
If we do get it, we probably will like maybe a year or two, then probably pass it off to somebody. Because right now it's either him or Jesse Minter from the Chargers,
Mhm.
which I can't be really mad for either of them because I do like both of them. The Lions hired the OC from the Cardinals.
Yeah,
I feel like that's a really dumb move.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. Unless Dan Campbell's just going to end up calling the plays again next year, because he took over at like the end of the season. So it wouldn't
Yeah.
surprise me if that dude's just offensive coordinator in name only, and then Campbell just ends up calling the plays. Seahawks did lose Zach Charbonnet, but they still have Walker, so I think they'll be all right. It does suck though because Charbonnet's a really good player.
Yeah, he's a good goal line running back.
Oh yeah, the NBA All-Star roster. Let me read this real quick. Let me find it. Okay, here we go. So the 2026 NBA All-Star roster. You got the East. You got Greek Freak, Jaylen Brown, Jalen Brunson, Cade Cunningham, Tyrese Maxey. And then on the West, you got Stephen Curry, Luka, SGA, Jokic, and Victor Wembanyama. I really don't feel like there's any misses on these lists,
No, to me that's perfect.
Yeah, I'm like, the only one I think you could argue is Tyrese Maxey, just because the 76ers fucking suck. But, I mean, the rest of these, I mean, it sucks that the All-Star game is so fucking stupid now, because if you're just telling me we're going to have a 5-on-5 matchup with the East and West, oh my God, dude, I'd be fucking drooling at the mouth to watch that. But instead, it's going to be a fucking dumbass game of horse while trying to shoot the basketball out your butthole or some shit, or whatever fucking stupid ass gimmick they did last year.
Yeah, that was some dog shit.
You know what? Because all star, excuse me, all our all-star games in sports except for baseball suck. Like the Pro Bowl sucks. It sucks so bad they got rid of it. Basically, the NBA All-Star game sucks. No one watches hockey, but from what I heard, theirs isn't that good. Baseball is the only one that does it right because the winning conference gets home field advantage in the World Series, which I feel like is something the NBA should adapt. But here's how I think you fix this: you kidnap the players' families, and then if they fucking don't give any effort, you start cutting off body parts. And I think that's
Just
how
do
you
the
fix
old
these
cartel
all-star games.
style.
Yeah. Yeah, do it the old Andy Garcia way. They sleep with the fishes. But I don't know. Is there any way you think they could fix these all-star games?
I mean, in my opinion, just have a 5-on-5 or
But it's not the problem that, oh, there's too many players. It's that these motherfuckers don't play hard because it's a meaningless game to them.
maybe like if they win, like the winning team gets a decent size, like a decent bonus.
Like they do with the NBA Cup.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, so these guys, they get because their contracts are based off All-Star game selections. Because you know how there's the max contracts that they have in the
Yeah.
NBA, like yeah. So it's like once they're selected, they don't give a shit because now they have that guarantee in their contract. The NFL, I mean, the NFL will never do max contracts. I don't think. I wish the NFL did have kind of like a floor where it was like, this many Pro Bowl selections and you're eligible for this,
Yeah. I don't know, I miss the old Pro Bowl.
I did too. Like, I actually thought it was kind of fun when it was like 70 to 63. People said that was fucking stupid. I'm like, dude, I thought it was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And you had like that moment where when Jeff Saturday was retiring and he switched sides so he could snap it to Peyton Manning one more time. I'm like, that was fucking cool. And yeah, now they have this stupid ass flag football tournament.
It's like, who could paint the nails faster? Oh, can you push this faster than this other fat
Yeah,
guy?
Caleb Williams is a freaking 15-time winner at that game.
Who could do the tush push better?
Oh God. No, you know what they should do? Like a tush push contest, but whoever moans the loudest wins. And Jalen Hurts, he'll be the Michael Jordan of that game.
Speaking of baseball, you see
Oh, the Dodgers.
what the Dodgers did?
Yeah, they pay like out. So they pay in salary, like the amount of money they pay in salaries is worth more than 17 other baseball teams. Just their payroll is worth more than 17 other teams. There's 30 teams in baseball.
Which is
So
fucking insane.
yeah. And I mean, the thing is, baseball, because baseball doesn't have a salary cap. And the thing is, like, you have all these big market teams that are able to charge so much fucking money for tickets because they're in California and they're in New York and all that, and there's a fuckload of people. So,
Yeah.
they're gonna sell those tickets. And then, that's not including once those people get there, they're buying hot dogs and nachos and abortion pills and, along with jerseys and shit like that. Um, like it's insane that like the Mariners and the Colorado Rockies aren't worth like billions of dollars because with those states having legal weed, dude, I would just be selling all fucking stoner food at those games. And
Yeah.
dude, they'd make a fucking killing off that. Hey, Rockies, you guys have been the worst team in baseball for like 5 years. I know how you guys can fix your payroll. Fucking start selling fucking potato chips. Have potato chips and make your fucking seats recline, you'll fucking sell out that ballpark and
Let's see.
encourage the
Okay.
fan.
Pizzas, nachos. What's else stoner like friendly food?
Cheetos.
Cheetos, French fries.
I don't know if French fries would count. No, fuck. Give me a second. I'm calling Trevor. Ask him what he eats. Just kidding. Law enforcement. Trevor does not do any marijuanas. If a cop listens to this. He's about to text us later, like, you motherfuckers are trying to get me arrested. But yeah, no, that's what the fucking Rockies and Mariners need to do. But the Dodgers are going to three-peat. I mean, it was kind of interesting. Well, so one of the teams that they are spending more money on than the team is worth is the team they just played in the World Series, the fucking Blue Jays. Yeah. And I mean, that series did go to 7 games. But yeah, no, I'm looking at this and I'm like, the Dodgers they're going to win the World Series again. And it's kind of like, man, how the fuck did they even lose a game? But, baseball plays way too many fucking games. So it's like, okay, the Dodgers are going to lose, a couple. But, man, if this was like the NFL, where there was no salary cap, like say the NFL had no salary cap and a team spent this much money as the Dodgers, that team would go freaking 20-0.
If that's the case, an LA team, a Texas team in general,
The fucking Giants and Jets would be the best teams in the league.
So you'd be here fucking either the LA team, Jerry Jones, or fucking a New York team, basically.
Yeah, like the Cowboys would be fucking awesome because not only would they be able to play or pay those players whatever they want, you also have no state income tax in Texas.
Oh yes. Now, well, yeah. Speaking of the devil, Raiders because of Las Vegas.
Oh, right. Las Vegas doesn't have no income tax.
Yeah, Nevada has no income tax.
Oh shit! Damn, I didn't know that.
That's
yeah.
why
See,
that's for agents.
That's one thing that the freaking Dodgers. That's one reason why I do think they end up playing these players so much fucking money is because California has like a 50% income tax. So I mean, you read about Shohei Ohtani. He got like what $700 million, something like that. He is only going home with $350 million. That poor guy.
350, 320.
Yeah,
something like that.
Oh yeah, because that's not even including how much he ends up having to pay his agent.
Because not only you had to pay his state income tax, if it's like, I know like the NFL, that player, if like a California team plays a New York team, they had to pay that New York tax as well. Because he's working, they're technically working in that state.
Yeah, and then it's
like if the Dodgers play the Yankees, he just gets fucked over even more.
Yeah. But yeah, like you look at he got $700 million, so half of that's going to taxes. That's just state. That's not including federal. Then your agent, who takes like 10%, so that's what 70, or that'd be $7 million, I think. And then that's not including that. These players, they spend a lot of fucking money on their bodies. So like
money they spend on their nutrition, their physique, and all that.
Yeah. Like I know LeBron and CeeDee Lamb, they both have said they spend over $1 million a year on their body, which CeeDee Lamb, you might want to give your money back on that, considering how much fucking time he missed this year.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. Baseball is a dying sport. So the reason this was in the news is because the Dodgers signed Kyle Tucker, who I don't even know who he played. I think he played for the Cubs this past season. He's a 270 hitter, which is pretty good. 147 147 home runs, 500 RBIs. He's been in the league for 8 years, so those are pretty good numbers. He's won the Gold Glove once. He's been a Silver Slugger twice. He's 4-time All-Star, so he's a good player. So I think I read now the Dodgers have an All-Star at every position.
That's insane.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, the Dodgers have officially killed baseball. What is the sport that ends up replacing baseball in the Big Four? Do you think it's pickleball in like 20 years?
What the fuck is pickleball? Is that fucking British game?
I think it's like tennis, but less gay. It's pickleball. This is according to Google AI. Is a fast-growing paddle sport blending tennis, badminton, and ping pong. There's a pickleball court right by your work. I'm surprised you don't know what pickleball is.
Because I like women.
Hey, there's a guy I watch on YouTube that actually built a pickleball court at his house. And that dude has a really hot life.
What would replace baseball if it fucking dies? Maybe rugby? It is kind of growing?
Yeah, maybe rugby. Watch it just be like a sport no one's heard of. Like, watch it be like fucking luge. Watch it be like that. You know what luge is?
Yes.
Dude, I want to do that.
You know what? Fucking air guitar competitions. It's a thing.
Yeah. Or Watch it be fucking breakdancing. Like, you know how breakdancing was in the Olympics last year?
Yeah, that's the dumbest shit ever.
Oh God. That reminds me the Olympics are coming up and this is the Olympics are the one time I really hate America. I fucking hate the fucking Olympics. Mainly because it's a bunch of sports no one gives a fuck about. And then it takes up all the fucking coverage on these sports networks. And it's like, dude, especially it pisses me off because it'll be like March and NFL free agency is coming on. You got the draft, weeks away, and they're talking about somebody doing a fucking 360 no scope in the freaking figure skating competition.
Like, come on, man. Like, chop some heads off.
Yeah, say the Olympics are the time I freaking sympathize with ISIS.
God. It's a little extreme, but okay.
And you got the fucking World Cup right after that. And God, I hate soccer so much.
That's funny.
Yeah,
I've
you
been
got
watching a YouTuber that bought a football club in Africa,
a
and
football
he's
club or a soccer club?
football, soccer,
Say it like an American.
soccer club
There we go.
in
That's my
Africa.
boy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty entertaining. Not gonna lie.
Really? Well, because soccer doesn't have a salary cap either, right?
I probably assume not, because that's like different countries. You're
Yeah.
like have to base that off.
I also wonder, like, how much. Oh, never mind. I was just saying, I wonder how much coverage the World Cup's going to get just because the USA is in it, but they are in it. I thought they weren't in it for some reason. I don't know. Like, I don't know. To me, the World Cup, I think usually Brazil ends up winning it. So I don't know. Watch this become a fucking soccer podcast because it's in June. We'll have nothing to fucking talk about then. Drew, you can become our resident soccer expert, and I'll just sit here and not say shit.
Um, yeah. Well, Messi.
Who's he play? Oh, Argentina, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they won it last time. I don't know. It's just some country in South America. They're always the ones that are going to win it. It's going to be Brazil or Argentina or Ecuador or Peru. That's who usually ends up winning it. That's who I would gamble money on. I would look at a map and I would just circle all of South America.
Yeah. Yep. You're right.
Yeah. You bet your ass I ain't fucking betting on America.
Because we're worried about the true football.
Mm.
How many
Like-
Super Bowls did World win? Exactly.
Like, I'm looking at some of these countries that are in it, and like some of these countries I have never heard of. And I'm like, I don't know, maybe this means I'm just fucking stupid, but like I'm looking at some of these countries and I'm like, Ivory Coast, which I mean their flag looks like the Irish flag, but it says they're in Africa.
I think that's in South Africa.
West Africa. Senegal to Tunis. I don't fucking know. God damn.
Tunis?
I don't know. I feel like if you have a country that I can't pronounce, you shouldn't be in the World Cup. This one right here,
Tunisia.
yeah, which is in
Yeah, it's right by
Africa.
Egypt.
I mean, hell, what the fuck? France is allowed in this thing? When has France ever
That's
been good at anything?
disgusting.
Yeah. Cortatia? I watched this be in
Croatia?
Africa.
It's a
Croatia?
European country.
Yeah.
All right, buddy, I'm Greece.
Are you just looking at a map right now?
No, I just know this.
What the fuck?
I
Dude.
pay attention to history.
Hey, I pay attention to history that actually fucking matters. If it's been covered in Assassin's Creed, then it matters.
Fair enough.
Dude, I've had the itch to play Assassin's Creed lately, but I don't know. I just don't feel like investing in a story game right now. Like all I've been playing lately is Fortnite.
I've been playing Baldur's Gate 3 and Farming Simulator 25.
Actually, the thing I've been invested in lately is fucking Land, man. Have you watched that show yet?
Nope.
Dude, you gotta watch that fucking show. It's so fucking good. Billy Bob Thornton in that show is such a freaking badass.
Oh, Billy Bob's in it?
Yeah, he's the lead guy. The wife on that show, oh my god, she is fucking smoking hot too.
Oh, I think I've seen clips of it now I think about
dude, every girl on that show is fucking hot. Like that show is so
I think you sent me a clip of it now I think about it.
I think I did the other day. Yeah, that show is so fucking awesome. And they just had the season finale last night, and the season finale was fucking badass.
Is it on Netflix?
Like, Paramount.
Paramount? Okay.
Yeah, should watch it. Yeah, this is the wife on that show.
Damn, she is hot.
She's hot as. Guess how old she is. This is the real thing that'll blow your fucking mind.
38?
She will be 50 next month.
50?
Yes.
No way.
Yeah, she's gonna be 50 next month. She's fucking 49, and I would fuck her over some girls that are our age.
Damn, she's doing pretty good then.
Yeah, she's fucking smoking hot. And then there's this Latina chick that's on the show. Oh my god, she's fucking smoking hot too. Like, you should just watch the show for the hot women, honestly. I mean, the story's pretty badass too. But yeah, the Mexican girl on that show, she's fucking hot as fuck.
She
kind of looks like
we're fucking Billy Bob. Love Billy Bob.
Yeah, Billy Bob's fucking awesome in this show. He's a fucking badass. Yeah, you know who the Mexican chick actually looks like? She kind of looks like Josh Allen's wife. Her.
Well, yeah, I'll be damned, she does.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. She kind of looks like Josh Allen's wife. But then, like, the funny thing is too, like, you have all these ugly ass dudes on the show, and they're all with these hot ass women. It's like, Billy Bob's a fucking badass, but he's not good looking, and he's with that blonde chick, and then the son is fucking ugly as fuck. And I know I'm not fucking good looking, I'm fucking ugly looking, but this dude's really fucking ugly. And he's with that freaking hot ass Mexican chick. You got Sam Elliott, he's on the show, and he's dating like a 20-year-old stripper. Hey, it's fucking nuts, dude.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, whenever actually, that's your homework. Next podcast, you give me a review of the show.
I'll forget.
Then you will be punished.
Oh, yeah.
Sexually.
You call that punishment, I call that a good time.
All right, this podcast is an hour and 10 minutes. Let's fucking wrap it up before I have more shit I gotta hit. All right. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Thank you, dear viewer. I have finally got over the fucking hump with 1,573 subscribers. I am now at 1,580. Like I said, thank God all these fucking bums got fired. It gave me content. But yeah, thank you for the growth on the channel. Thank you if you're a first-time listener to the podcast. Shout out to the Spotify listeners. Shout out to everybody. Hope everybody has a great day. We'll be back to preview the Super Bowl in 1 or 2 weeks. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I don't know. Me and Drew might be dead because we're about to have a snowstorm coming.
9 inches.
Yeah, that's way too many inches. Like, I feel like 2 inches is enough.
Anything else fucking huge.
Yeah. All right. Let's wrap this up. See ya.
See ya.
Oh, shit.